Okay, so good evening to everyone and Assalamualaikum, Salam Sejahtera, and welcome to our Taklimat Healy, which is actually the first time that we're having it in 2021. And the reason why we were quite silent for very long was that there was no way to buy any Heelys, and actually because we couldn't promote it at all because we couldn't access the credit card was not being accepted. Okay, Asian credit card was not being accepted, and a lot of problems came up with the Singapore office. And Alhamdulillah, thank God, all of those problems seem to be ironing out. And there's still actually it's all logistic problems. There's actually we are all happy with our Heelys, but we're not happy with their HQ.
The service.
The service, yes. So I saw a video of somebody who loves a Heely, and she have got many Heelys, and she uses the Heely in her treatment center. I myself, between me and my family, we are having 7 Heelys. And now, out of that 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are residents. So we have only 2 units that are not residents. So they upgraded during this session because it's apparently cheaper to upgrade than to buy new residents, because first time they paid 2,300, and now you just top up 2,007 and you get your residence. So that's 5,000. That's 1,700 less than buying the residence. Okay, so that's another story. So I will get started with the video presentation. Some of you may have listened to this before because actually I got the slides from, actually it's from our Malaysian team, which is Chrissy, Darcy, Nadine. They are the ones who initiated online webinars for Heely. And those were in English, and so I had to cater for the Malay speaking. All right, so I'm going to share screen now, and this is our Taklimat Healy. All right, so I'm going to begin the slideshow from the beginning. And if you have any questions, please feel free to stop me and ask the questions. Try not to, if you are asked on chat, I will reply at the end. Okay, if you ask on chat, I will open the chat after I stop this presentation. Okay, but if you have a question related to what I'm talking about, please feel free to stop me and I will address your question, okay? My voice is a bit sore because I've actually spent 2 hours doing another webinar on biofield tuning using tuning forks. Yeah, so my voice is a bit worn out today. In this morning, I was seeing patients. So you can see that I've had a very long day. Okay, usually I stop my day at about, I stop my working day around 6 o'clock, but today I'm extending it. Okay, so Heely is a frequency device. So it uses bioresonance and microcurrents. We will find out what these are. Okay. So this is actually Nikola Tesla's quotes. You want to know the secret of the universe? Think of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is what Nikola Tesla said. Sadly, he's not with us now. Somebody who was greedy for money, actually killed him, right? Okay, can you hear me? You can hear me quite well. Actually, my mic was way over there. So I just realized that my mic was way over there. Okay, it's quite clear.
Very clear.
All right. Oh, I think it's not getting into the mic. So I may not have to use the mic. I think this one is disconnected. Can you hear me well? Otherwise, I will have to connect the mic. Okay, then we don't use the smart mic. All right. So this is a disclaimer. This disclaimer standard lah. We have to explain that Heely does not treat diseases. So if anybody asks you, does Heely treat diseases? No. It just supports our energy body. Okay, and it cannot diagnose, it cannot treat, and it cannot prevent. This is a disclaimer that we have to mention to everyone. And in the US, they have a license as what do you call it? It's just a TENS device license. So actually, the license does not reflect what the Healy can do. Okay, but in Europe, it is registered as a medical device. Okay, so according to the Healy official website, the Healy is meant to produce harmony in the biofield, bioenergy of the body, and to trigger recovery. All right, this is all they are allowed to say. That anything complementary is strictly regulated all over the world, and we cannot make any kinds of claims. Even though, if you look into the testimonies of Healy, you'll find that a lot of people say that Healy can help them with their sugar level, with hypertension, with their chronic pain, and a lot of other things. All right. So what is a Healy wearable device? So Healy wearable device is an instrument, it's a device, it's a tiny device that produces two kinds of frequencies. This is the microcurrent, and then electromagnetic energy, and three types. Microcurrent, electromagnetic energy, and scalar energy. Three types, okay?
Oh, that is scalar energy?
Yeah, scalar energy. Something new, right?
Scalar energy. Oh,
what is
we
scalar
should not
energy?
Interrupt you.
I think I made another video on scalar energy.
Okay.
Another video on scalar energy because this one is an introductory one. We couldn't go into scalar that much in this video, but just to give you briefly, you'll have to understand the concept of ether. You know ether? Anybody knows ether? Tak tahu, eh?
No.
So
Tak
actually,
tahu.
right. So at one point in time,
okay lah, tak adalah teruk macam anak Niha buat dia punya.
Nadia, I think you have to mute yourself. Okay, I'll mute her. Okay. So the you know how we get sun to come to us? It travels through space, right?
Yeah.
So at one point in time, they say that light can travel through a vacuum.
Oh yeah.
When Einstein got mixed up with that, at one point in time he says, no, there can't be a vacuum. There has to be a medium. And then he said, no. If I say that there is a medium, then my quantum theory will have to be redone. So never mind, I will say that there is a vacuum. But then later in his life, he went back to say that, no, it can't be a vacuum. There is something there. And that something is known as ether. So many of these present-day scientists calling it ether. So what is ether? It is a medium through which light moves. And this ether connects everything in this life. So ether is something that conducts everything, and it is everywhere. And it is the reason why sensitive people, and I am one of the sensitive people, can actually feel energy over the 20,000 miles or even 40,000 miles, whatever. You know, if you're in Europe or you talk to me and you're thinking of me, and we talk to each other, and we try to send our thoughts and all that. So those people who are sensitive, they can actually communicate like that. Okay. Right? That is why we can send healing over a long distance. So one of the things that the Healy does, which many people cannot understand, is distant healing, remote healing. So this is the thing, remote healing. How does this scalar energy, the scalar energy that's the remote healing, how does the scalar energy travel from this device to that person? Today, this morning, I had a patient who was having really, really bad pain, and I did vibration mode, which is a scalar mode for her. So I did the scalar mode for her, And she happens to be extremely sensitive to energy. And I think that was the reason why she was so sick, because she was absorbing a lot of negative energy. So immediately she felt it in her body. And then I didn't have much time to give her the vibration treatment. So I told her I'll do it when I come home. So I came back to my house and I had a time. So I put vibration mode for about half an hour. And while I was doing the vibration mode, I sent her a message and I told her, I am right now giving you this remote session with Healy. Oh my God, 10 minutes ago, I felt pain in the spots that were painful for a short time. Yes, 10 minutes ago, I started the remote mode. So it's just unusual, amazing, and boggling. But actually, if you know the science, and those people in Healy, they actually know the science. They know it can be done. And actually, people have been doing it for quite some time. I have another machine called the Spooky 2. It does remote healing as well. And it's using scalar energy. All right. So this is a little bit about the scalar energy since you asked. It's something that conventional medicine have not been able to grasp yet. They are at their toddler level of understanding how to heal people, and they cannot accept, they reject all the explanations because they cannot understand. But actually the quantum physicists and all the other physicists, they are now gravitating towards, I have to try and mute everybody. Somebody is unmuted. Yeah. All right, if you want to talk, you can unmute yourself, okay? So let's go on with our slides. I see there are 18 participants. Welcome, those who came in just now. And we have with us Aline, who has an autistic child. And there was a request to find out, there was a request about using Healy for autistic. I said, I'm not qualified to answer that because I don't have any autistic children to treat. But Aline, she volunteered to actually say something about that. So Aline, after this, I will give you some time to talk about how you treated your autistic children, your autistic son. All right. So our body is actually electromagnetic. There is a book by Eileen McCusick about electric body, electric health. It's a very fantastic book to read. And I'm very happy, actually, somebody actually took this up and decided to try to explain all this in terms of research, in terms of science. Today, we can't talk that much about it, but if you're really, really interested, please look up Eileen McCusick. And you can ask me again on the Telegram group, Taklimat Healy. If you have not joined, please do join. Somebody must have invited you to this session. So you can ask them to give you the link to the group on Telegram, Taklimat Healy. So medan manusia adalah medan elektromagnetik. Okay, it is. And we use EEG to measure our brain waves, and we use ECG to measure the electricity of the heart. Okay, so electricity ada dalam setiap cell, is in every cell of our body, and this electricity have got different frequencies. So each neuron, each endocrine cell, each muscle, they have their own frequency. Okay, they semua dia ada frequency, and they also have magnetic energy. Okay, now I'm talking about the cell membrane potential. Jadi banyak penyakit ya, dia timbul sebab the cell membrane potential dah turun daripada kadar yang sihat. So bila cell membrane potential tu turun daripada kadar yang sihat, and then the cell akan mula sakit. Okay. So what it means is that the normal cell membrane potential is minus 70 millivolts. So kalau it goes below minus 70 millivolts, the cell punya function goes down, down, down. lower and lower and lower down. And this process all ada kena-mena dengan nitric oxide. So what we know is that this Healy, the electromagnetic the microcurrent actually raise our nitric oxide. So does the tuning fork, by the way. So my class study was about the tuning fork. If you're interested in the tuning fork class, you can ask me later. All right. So this inside the Healy ada quantum sensor, and specific frequency. When the frequency is not optimal, we get sick. Okay. So in the resonance mode, it can actually sense our frequency and mancarkan, means to say that dia akan apa orang kata direct back frequency to the body, and this will actually stimulate the body in the direction that is needed. Stimulate the body in the direction that is needed untuk balance the bioenergy. Dia akan imbangkan semula medan bioenergy untuk optimal. Okay, jadi kalau you tengok kan, some of you have the Healy already kan. Jadi it will go to your handphone kan. And then bila you tengok dekat dia punya vibration tu, kalau you run the pink dot program, you tengok, you will see that ada nombor kat situ kan. Kadang-kadang -10, and then kadang-kadang +10, plus ni apa semua. Kalau you tengok betul-betul, you will find that the numbers change and this minus plus all change. Actually sebab dia ada feedback balik daripada badan kita. So when our body respond to the microcurrent, our frequency change. So that is why kalau you run the program selalu, and if your cell is getting better, you will find that time for running the program will go down. Mula-mula you run, dia kata this program will run for 60 minutes. Then you keep running the program for a few days. After a few days, you tengok, now it will run for 40 minutes. Which means to say that dalam 40 minit, dia dapat achieve what before that, dia achieve in 60 minutes. Kalau you perasan, this is what it does. Okay. Okay, so we talk more about the cell membrane potential. And anyway, yang ini kalau kita tengok yang ni, -74, this is the healthy one. And then as we age, it keeps going lower and lower. And when we get sick, it gets really low. Then kita boleh dapat lah macam cancer lah, chronic diseases and all that. Then of course, when we die, the cell membrane potential will be 0. Okay, so this is science. This is something that diorang dah buat eksperimen. So benda ni we can't deny. This is what happens. So actually our cells are all electrical. Yeah. So what is the purpose of Healy? There ada one is to balance the biofield, and then the other one is to correct the electron cell membrane through the microcurrent. All right. So the three types. One is a microcurrent, one is electromagnetic, and the third one is bioresonance or scalar. Some people call it scalar, some people call it bioresonance. Okay, and then each of these will have their own frequency scale. People don't realize it, but when we do the pink dot program, which is we actually using wires. Where are my wires? Anyway, it is wires to the body. Actually, there are two things going. One is the microcurrent going through the wires. The other one is the electromagnetic, which is being radiated directly into our medan bio. Medan bio is our biofield. What is our biofield? It is the electricity around us. Okay, and this electricity around us actually affects our body. All right. So I was talking a lot about biofield when I did the tuning fork class just now. So Healy is actually designed to bring microcurrent. Of course, many of you know about the TENS device, right? TENS device tu is something that yang kita duk pakai, yang kita pakai patch tu, and then kalau tempat yang sakit kita letak kat situ, and then kita run the TENS, and then dia akan gerak macam tu kan. That is a TENS machine. Dia bukan microcurrent. Dia is less than micro lah. This current, tetapi a low voltage current. Okay, but this one memang micro, very, the hertz is very high. Hz, hertz, the frequency is very high. And you hardly can feel anything. Whereas kalau you use the test machine, dia akan rak, macam tu kan. Tetapi kalau you pakai Healy, you hardly can feel anything. So, okay, so it is microamp, and there are lots and lots of frequency. Dalam satu Healy ni, there are 1,444 different frequencies. Okay, 1,444. So, Nuno Nina is the person responsible for making a lot of the programs in the Healy. Okay, and he has been working with this type of technology for maybe over 20 years. Actually, this Healy, there is a bigger version of Healy, which is about the size of your tabletop PC. And that machine is called the Time Waver. And Nuno Nina had been using this Time Waver machine over, I think, about 15 years or so. And he got data from about, thousands upon thousands, beribu-ribu pesakit. And he used that data to design better and better programs that kita sekarang dapat dalam Healy, which is actually such a small thing. Kalau compare to kita punya PC tu nak bawa pergi mana memang susah, tapi yang ini memang masuk dalam handbag. The only problem I takut benda ni ialah I takut hilang. I really afraid to lose this little thing because it's so little. Kalau I take out something, takut boom, it pops out kan. So you have to keep remembering, I have to zip it up and all that. Ada sekali tu saya letak dalam satu pouch and it was on my lap. And you guess what? I keluar pada kereta, benda tu jatuh, I tak perasan. Then I went up to my office and after about 1 hour, I started looking for my Healy. It wasn't there. I dah panic dah. My heart dah beat very fast dah. So I lari turun and nampak dia sebelah my car. Can you imagine? Sebab itulah jadi benda kecil pun kita kena takut jugalah. Bukan takut apa, takut hilang. Small thing like that, right? Okay. So ni orang yang bertanggungjawab lah untuk perkenalkan kat kita Nuno Nina dengan Marcus Mickey. Marcus Mickey is the person who actually, okay, am I breaking up?
No, Doctor.
Okay. Kalau I'm breaking up, you boleh WhatsApp me so that I can try to change the network. Okay, so these two people, Marcus Mickey and Nuno Nina. All right. So this Nuno Nina, he's very experienced in the Time Waver, and Marcus Mickey is also the pencipta lah Time Waver and Healy. All right. So this guy, without this guy, things would not have happened. Christian Harper, he's entrepreneur, and he was the one who provided the funding for the Healy. All right. Without this funding, there will be no Healy. Okay, because you need to be very, 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 you have to have a very, very deep pockets actually to start. Hundreds of millions of euros. Kita tak boleh nak imagine duit euro ni kan. 4 times 4.6 duit kita. Okay, so this is Dr. Nuno Nina lah. He's actually a complementary medicine doctor. Okay, bukan medical doctor yang ni. Okay, so this is his Time Waver machine. You can see that she's sitting on macam massage chair lah kan. And she's got all these wires and she's holding something and to her hand. And this is how a Time Waver machine is. Maknanya kan, kalau this Time Waver ni, you kena pergi dekat dia punya center baru you boleh dapat rawatan. Unlike the Healy, which you can take home. Okay. So this is the punya advisory board. So advisory board tu is all these people are the advisory board. You can see that it's quite international lah. Somebody from Romania, somebody from I think this one is from Taiwan. Taiwan, and then Nita is from India. Ewa Bartush is from Germany lah. Okay, so many of them are not doctors, but some are doctors. Macam Liana Barnos, she's a medical doctor lah. Okay, but these are doctors like me. I am also a medical doctor. So there are doctors like me who actually started to find other ways of healing people because they want to heal people, and they did not find the answers that they wanted in conventional medicine. I am one of those. So is Dr. Liana Barnos. So actually in Europe, it's actually much easier to go into complementary medicine. Dia punya sekatan-sekatan tu tak seteruk dekat tempat-tempat lain. And Malaysia semi-sekat jugalah. They're trying to open up, but it's difficult because mindset orang-orang yang tertentu tidak boleh buka jalan. Kalau dia buka pun, dia buka pintu kecil je dia buka. Kita nak masuk, lepas tu dia tutup balik. Jadi kita pun tersepit. Macam tu lah. Okay? Right, okay. And this is Nono Nina. He's an integrative medicine specialist. I actually tak sure whether he is a medical doctor or not, but actually he banyak-banyak klinik. And he's a Portuguese, ya. Okay, Dr. McMakin ni memang she's an unusual person. I have her book. I have a book. Apa nama buku dia? Dah lupa dah. So anyway, her book is about frequency-specific microcurrent. Healy is not an FSM device. Dia lain sikit. It's not the same as what Caroline McMakin has been treating. Tetapi if you read Caroline McMakin's book, you find that her results are simply amazing, whereby she can repair sports injuries, etc. very, very fast. So maknanya kalau the injury is supposed to take 6 months to heal, okay, kalau pakai this frequency specific microcurrent, it will be reduced to weeks. Okay. And then we have Ludwig Jacob. Dia ni memang doktor lah. Okay. Tapi dia punya fokus benda lain. Then we have Fokker Mena. He is a holistic medicine punya doktor juga. Okay, they are into bioenergetics. So from Healy members, okay, those who have used Healy, they found that this one, the first one is my son-in-law actually. My son-in-law, he himself is a doctor, and he had been having wheezing, and the wheezing usually starts at about 5 o'clock. Sampai dia tak boleh nak apa, dia tak boleh nak makan. He is afraid to eat in the evening because kalau dia makan dia tak boleh nafas sangat. And I bising kat dia, I kata your lungs are going to get destroyed if you just let it go. And so I asked him to use an inhaler, and the inhaler that he used was Seretide. Seretide is actually ada steroid lah kan. I said, no, you need the steroid because otherwise your lungs will go into fibrosis. Because actually one of my patients, it was so scary. She's asthmatic and she refused to use anything to treat because she's so afraid of the side effect. But in the end, her lungs rosak. So when I saw her case, so I was very scared. I said, no, you can't allow yourself to wheeze. So he was using it and it was under control only because of the Seretide. But after getting the Healy and using it, he himself told me that, okay, now he doesn't use the inhaler regularly. Sometimes, because dia tak pantang and dia suka makan seafood, suka makan all these things that actually trigger the asthma. I cannot say anything because itu kesukaan dia. So anyway, from other lah, once in a while, he will still get the wheeze, but he doesn't have to use the inhaler every day. And nowadays, he is so healthy that he goes cycling after subuh every day. Hari-hari dia akan pergi. Kita orang duduk, when I'm in Bangi, sometimes I stay at their house. The house is very near to Putrajaya. So he will drive his Alphard to Putrajaya, and then he will cycle for miles and miles. Okay, he's very sihat sekarang ni. And then our upline, Hannah Mitchell, she's married to Luke Mitchell. She actually introduced Healy to many of us. She introduced it to my upline, Nadine. Kenapa? Sebab dia depressed kan. Dia tak boleh bangun daripada katil. After 2 PM baru dia boleh bangun. Tetapi lepas dia guna Healy, after a few days, boom, she was almost her normal self. And because of that, dia started showing the Healy off too. Dia introduce it to all the others. She's the one who is, kalau my group ni memang from Hannah and Luke. Okay, better sleep, improve joint pain, my wart fell off. And then one of the users said that she grew more hair, and then improved appetite, and reduced, she was constipated, but after using Healy, she could go to toilet easily. And this is one of our members. So I'm going to share sound so that you can hear what she says.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Saya Nona. Okay, saya ada masalah eczema. Jadi kulit saya kering dan gatal. Lepas saya try ni Healy dalam agak-agak 2 minggu, sekarang ni kulit saya dah tak berapa kering, kurang gatal dan licin lagi lah. Jadi lagi satu, saya punya ni pelvic joint ni kalau tidak sakit, sekarang dah kurang sakit. Jadi saya rasa insyaAllah Healy ni sangat membantu. Okay, terima kasih.
Hai semua, Assalamualaikum. Saya Fatnawati. Alhamdulillah saya mengenali Healy dan buat pembelian ataupun investment yang sangat-sangat bermanfaat untuk keluarga saya. Dari sangat banyak manfaat, kita orang dah boleh tidur lena malam hari, dah tidak ada isu penat, lesu, letih, stres dan tertekan ataupun sakit-sakit badan dan sendi, sangat banyak manfaatnya. Alhamdulillah so far pakai dalam beberapa hari, paling kentara adalah mudah tidur malam, lebih ceria dan tidak mudah stres, dan sakit-sakit sendi, tulang belakang hampir lesap. Walaupun ada tapi terkawal. Sangat-sangat best sebab dalam masa singkat sahaja. Jadi jangan rasa rugi untuk invest dalam device Healy. Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Hai, saya Nadia. Saya actually ada kena wheezing dan berkahak, dan saya asmatik. And then dalam 2 hari saya memang rasa tak larat sangat. Saya ada pakai Healy dan nampak ada perubahan dalam 2 hari. So semalam memang got better lah, boleh tidur dan tak berkahak. Okay, terima kasih.
Assalamualaikum, saya Nadine. Saya dah guna Healy selama 3 bulan. Alhamdulillah banyak kesan positif yang saya dah rasa. Salah satu, tulang tangan saya sebelum ni rasa sakit semasa cuaca sejuk atau hujan. Selepas guna Healy buat treatment program seperti liver, thyroid, lymphatic, alhamdulillah sekarang dah tak rasa sakit lagi. Selain tu, my energy level dah banyak, my moods are better. So alhamdulillah sangat bersyukur dapat guna Healy.
Okay, so this is actually some of our ni lah. Okay, harga. So there are actually addition ada 4 ya. Healy Gold, Holistic Health Plus dan Resonance. So Healy Gold dia ada program yang ni je. Okay, plus dia adalah Deep Cycle is given free. So Pure, Care and Balance is among the programs. Ada lagi Being, Energy, Relax and Release. Okay, this actually jangan pandang ringan lah, jangan pandang rendah lah dengan Healy Gold ni. Walaupun nampak macam program dia simple-simple and macam tak ada targeted, sebenarnya Healy Gold is basic untuk betulkan badan kita. And you will find kalau macam saya kan, saya dah banyak guna, because the way to use Healy is that mula-mula you betulkan the bioenergy and the meridian, especially when you are having acute problem. Contohnya you lelah, so you kena guna medan bio untuk lung system, and then you guna the meridian untuk lung apa semua. Dah lama you guna, bila you check dengan resonance, it will go back to the Healy program. Jadi dia dah tak suruh dah pergi buat yang lung apa semua, dia suruh pergi buat balik Healy program. Jadi once kita dah untuk organ treatment, kita kena pergi balik dekat pure untuk give the body a general balancing. Okay, so even though you nak beli only the Healy Gold, it's still worthwhile. Okay, and you also get another balancing program, which is a more thorough version, which is the deep cycle program. So anyway, the good news is that yang Healy Gold program ni, buat masa sekarang, kita bayar harga untuk Healy Gold, we still get yang this one. We still get this one. And this one, maknanya you bayar 2,000 dalam 2004 lah, 2004 ke 2005, I'm not very sure, because dia campur dengan VAT lah, untuk dia campur dengan postage lah apa semua, it becomes more than the actual price. So dia ada banyak sangat program and then dia ada all this local stimulation, bioenergetic balance 1 and 2, and meridians 1 and 2. These are the important ones for organ support. And then they also have this immune booster, mental balance, the sleep and skin. Plus it also has a deep cycle program and the gold programs. So it's actually a good buy, even if you want to spend only about 2,000 plus. Kalau you are willing to spend 4,000 plus, you can get this, all this other, tapi campur this learning, fitness, job, beauty, and then these protection programs. Okay? Jadi apa yang saya nak bagi tahu, I bought for my children the yang 2,000 lebih. I bought for myself the resonance, then I bought for three of my children yang ni. So they have been using only this, but recently lepas dapat upgrade, then they tambah yang ni and tambah the resonance programs. Jadi dia macam rasa excited balik, excited balik because of the added programs. So and then I had to lend my resonance to my daughter and I use her holistic health. I felt so limited. Sebab dah biasa guna banyak, kita guna sikit dia rasa limited. But actually, kalau you rasa you can't spend that much money, beli yang ni pun okay lah juga. Boleh sebenarnya. Okay, so resonance have all the program in Holistic Health plus this bug flower, Materia Medica, amino acid, Australian bush flower, Alaskan jam, Schussler, and I Ching. I love this so much. Sebab apa, when I can vibrate bug flower, Materia Medica jangan guna, tapi yang amino acid ni I find very useful. Even Australian bush I like. And the only one I tak berapa guna is I Ching lah, because to me I tak suka sebab dia macam tilik nasib sikit. Can you all still hear me? Salmia, do you want to say something? Salmia, you want to say something? You angkat tangan tadi? Ada ke? You unmute yourself and you can talk? Tak ada ya?
Dr. Su dah start breaking dah.
Okay, am I okay now? Kejap ya, I pergi tengok my internet ya.
Dr. Su, you punya suara dah start breaking.
Okay now? Okay tak? Sebab I tengok internet macam okay je. Okay tak? Am I okay now?
Okay.
Dah okay balik Right.
Okay.
Dah okay. Alright. So, the Healy resonance dia boleh scan.
Okay.
Dengar dah ya? Alright. So, dia boleh scan. Dia ada program yang tadi tambahan tadi tu. Dia ada vibration mode. Dia ada 130 plus macam holistic health plus. And then aura mode. Okay, aura mode ni is a very tak banyak orang yang faham lah. Tetapi kalau you rasa memang down, memang you buat aura mode, you betulkan pakai vibration, you find that your energy center akan betul balik. Aura mode actually betulkan energy center. Nadine, you are here. Alright. So ni harga in Sing dollars. Tetapi sekarang ni you bayar 715 ni plus you dapat yang ni, you You bayar yang ni plus times 3 ya. Kalau duit Singapore ni times 3. You dapat yang ni. And then you bayar yang ni, jeng you dapat yang ni. So you want to know how much this is? This is about 6,700 plus. So plus tu pasal ada VAT and then ada postage. Okay, and because it's in Sing dollars, dia I kira tambah 200 lebih jugalah duit kita. From the 6,700 tu jadi 6,900 lah sebenarnya. Okay, so okay, let's go to the next topic. Bagaimana nak beli? Alright, so you go back to orang yang ajak you datang sini lah. Kalau tak ada siapa ajak you, kalau I yang ajak you, you come to me lah. So it is using a method whereby member get member. Jadi kalau kita dah jadi ahli, kita boleh daftar orang bawah kita. Okey, jadi ahli boleh menjual. Dan kalau ahli jual, dia kena bertanggungjawab untuk mengajar dan menyokong ahli yang di bawahnya. At this point in time, grup kita tak besar sangat. Grup saya, bawah Nadine, ada dalam 40 orang lebih. So, kalau yang recommend tu dia tak reti, saya dengan Nadine selalunya tolong. Tetapi saya memang galakkan siapa yang beli, kalau dia nak juga menjual, please learn how to go into your back office and how to register dengan how to guide orang untuk beli. Okay, sebab apa? I think kalau grup kita jadi 300 orang, 400 orang, 500 orang, saya tak rasa saya dengan Nadine tak boleh cover all your downline semua. Okay, so waiting time is about 5 hingga 8 minggu. And some of my members actually, dia berorder bulan Oktober ke November, baru dapat bulan 1 hari tu. So memang waiting time can be quite long. Okay, because of the high demand worldwide, they are producing, actually I think they are supposed to produce more, but at this point in time they produce 3,000 unit sehari. And tu pun permintaan masih tinggi. Okay, so mesti ada orang tertanya, alamak kenapa direct selling? Saya pun macam tu. Saya kata, I tak sukalah direct selling ni. Sebab kita pun dah used to getting harassed by direct selling people yang terlampau pushy kan. Belilah. Kita pun pening. But actually Healy sebelum dia buat direct selling, dia dah jual dah. Dia dah jual. And the sales adalah. Tapi tidaklah berkembang dengan cepat. Because kalau you want something to berkembang dengan cepat, dia kena ada ramai orang yang promote, kan? Jadi siapa yang boleh promote kalau tak orang yang menggunanya? Especially kalau orang yang menggunanya believe in what they are using, of course lah dia nak jual. Jadi bila a few years, 2 years ago actually, barulah dia introduce secara direct selling, because dia nak Healy ni pergi ke all parts of the world as soon as in the shortest possible time. Masa yang paling singkat. Pasal apa tahu? Pasal this Healy is not something you boleh campak orang tu dah pandai. Saya baca ya, orang tulis dekat grup-grup Healy kan. Ada seorang tu dia kata, oh saya dah dapat dah Healy saya. Saya tunggu 5-6 bulan saya dapat Healy. Tetapi Healy saya dah duduk dalam almari saya, tak buka-buka. Why is that? Sebab orang yang introduce kat Healy kat dia, tak tolong dia. Tak bagi tunjuk ajar. So dia jenis penakut, tak berani nak buka. So dia tak buka-buka. So you can see, kalau you nak beli something like this, memang orang yang dah lama dalam direct selling, dia tahu your upline penting. Upline tu kalau rajin, upline tu kalau bertanggungjawab, upline tu kalau boleh bagi you tunjuk ajar, itulah upline yang you kena pilih. Kalau you pilih upline yang dia dah jual kat you, lepas tu dia hilang, you will be left in the dark. Tetapi of course, kalau you masuk grup saya dengan Nadine, at this point in time, we won't allow that to happen. So you can directly bypass all your upline and come to us, and we will still have the time to bagi kat you tunjuk ajar. Actually Nadine lagi baik daripada saya lah. Sebab apa, dia baik sangat lah. I tak tahu lah Nadine ni terlampau baik. So she will help you. She will help anybody who ask for help. Okay? Am I still clear? Masih boleh dengar Okay. So kenapa direct selling dah faham lah. Okay, you jangan ingat kata direct selling maknanya company ambil untung banyak. Dia macam ni tau. Dalam direct selling, company share profit dengan distributor. Ada one point tu, Healy, dia dah tak boleh nak, dia walaupun dijual banyak, untung dia tak ada. Maknanya syarikat tu tak dapat cukup duit balik. Pasal apa tau? Pasal dia bagi banyak sangat dekat distributor. Okay, even sekarang dia orang tengah gaul kepala, and 26 hari bulan ni, Marcus Schmicke is going to announce different way of selling. Bererti bahawa this present promotion may be the last one yang mana dia akan jual program dan you dapat program tu for life. Sebab lepas ni ada kemungkinan dia akan tukar cara jualan macam Astro. Tahu tak Astro? Astro you kena beli dia punya box apa semua, and then tiap-tiap bulan you kena bayar. Kalau you tak bayar, program you hilang. So ada kemungkinan after 4 hari bulan Mac ni, dia akan tukar kepada subscription base. Maknanya you just beli Healy ni, you beli the hardware, and after you dah beli the hardware, any program that you nak, you kena bayar bulan-bulan. How much is going to cost, kita pun tak tahu. Okay, but at this point in time, kalau kita beli program tu, kita dah bayar duit, program tu is ours for life. Kalau benda ni rosak, kita boleh beli ganti, program tu tak hilang. Okay? Sebab that program is attached to your name. So it's yours for life. Tapi kalau after 4 hari bulan ni, ataupun we will know 26 hari bulan, and I already booked to attend dia punya Frequency Friday program. So lepas dah attend, we will find out exactly how they are going to change the way Healy is being sold. I will share it dalam Taklimat Healy. Okay, jadi maknanya if you want to buy, now is the best time to buy. Okay, because this pioneer group yang beli dapat program for life, dia orang tak akan usik. Maknanya dia tak akan tukar kita punya ownership tu to subscription. Alright? Alright, so I think kita dah sampai ke penghujung. So I'm going to stop share screen. Alright, kalau ada apa-apa soalan, I tengok Nira dia masuk, dia belum dapat dia punya Healy. Kalau ada apa-apa soalan, please feel free to ask now. And before you ask any questions, I would like to invite Aline. Aline, are you there? Aline? Aline ada ke? Aline Ain? Aline tak ada ya? Aline, are you there? Nadine, Aline tak ada ke? Ada.
Ada nampak nama dia nampak tu.
Again. Okay, can you take the screen please? Can you take the floor? And answer the question about how you use your Healy for your Darwish. Silakan Aline. You're on the air. I'm going to mute myself. Aline is going to take the stage. Aline, we can't hear you. Tak dengar. Baru start dengar.
Okay. Dengar tak? Hello?
Dengar.
Sekejap.
Hilang.
Laptop tak ada charger. Okay. Alright. My son autistic. This year 13. Last year 12, so he had a puberty transition. So dia memang nak kata severe tak severe, dia in between lah. So I memang jumpa Dr. Surya quite banyak kali juga on him because dia kira macam emotion problem lah. So last year memang dia teruk sangat, dia scratching, dia tantrum, dia memang in really stress mode apa semua. So there's one day I pergi jumpa Dr. Surya, I cakap, "Doktor, please help me. My son ni memang dah extremely teruk." So coincident masa that time, masa saya pergi jumpa doktor tu, doktor introduce me to Healy. So doktor cakap, okay, Healy works like this, and cerita macam chiropractic, sebab my son tak pernah pergi for any session yang chiro ni. So I thought of probably Healy ni might help him because I can do it at home. So doctor introduce me a few range yang pakai electrode, and then doktor cakap yang boleh scan. So I cakap I think I rather go and yang scan so that I boleh tahu my son punya level tu kat mana and what is his problem. So right now memang I pakai dia dengan resonance sebab he cannot pakai wire, and kalau apa-apa attach to him dia akan cabut, dia akan buang, and dia akan memang tak cooperate langsung. So memang I vibrate my son pakai resonance, and I do it like satu hari 3 kali minimum. So memang bila dia, I nampak dia macam time yang dia nak jadi macam nak marah tu, so I vibrate resonance. So memang for him is really helping on his emotion, and dia sekarang memang sangat-sangat calm. And Alhamdulillah, memang I selalu scan dia, and dia pun tahu I scan dia memang masa mula-mula dapat Healy, I scan dia banyak on mental issue. And sekarang bila I scan lagi, dia tak ada mental issue, dia banyak on bioenergetic and bio tu lah. So tapi bud flower memang I akan selalu vibrate for him. That one memang very important sebab whatever described on bud flower tu memang it's his emotion yang dia ada the current emotion lah. So memang kalau autistic, I rasa to my son lah, memang dia tak boleh pakai wire, so memang dia kena pakai vibration. So okay, any question? Siapa nak tanya apa-apa?
Kalau you wanna ask Aileen any questions?
Aileen.
Ya.
You pakai bud flower tu, you vibrate ke you makan bud flower?
Vibrate. I vibrate, and then I vibrate to his drinking water as well. So dia memang dapat drinking and also vibrate.
Vibrate to drinking water tu kira apa tu, Healy tu kita dekatkan dengan drinking water lah.
I just buka the bottle, I ambil mineral water, I letak the Healy on top of the bottle tu, then I vibrate. So memang it's for his drinking water as well lah.
Okay, last soalan. Kalau I pernah try untuk anak autistik kawan I, and then I try vibrate on one program lah. And then tak lama lepas tu dia macam campakkan Healy I tu. Dia budak autistik, dia memang dia very sensitive dengan vibration
Dia pakai electrode ke atau just vibrate je?
Just vibrate je. Tu pun dia rasa macam dia macam sensitive dengan energy.
Yes. Sebab some people memang they can feel the vibration tu. Tapi sebab tak tahu lah, doktor kan memang akan rasakan the vibration tu.
Yeah,
some people yang very sensitive.
And I just mentioned that my patient tadi, she could feel it immediately. Okay, kalau Nadia, in the case of budak-budak autistic, kalau dia campak is because dia nampak Healy tu. you please hide the Healy because the vibration, as I told you, you don't need to letak near the person. You boleh letak in the next room pun tak apa. As long as you dah ambil gambar and ada nama dia tu, and masa you buat intention tu, that person yang the intention is for that person, it doesn't have to be in the same room even. So tak ada possibility dia nak campak. Okay?
Betul sebab kalau my son pakai memang dia tak, Healy tak ada dekat dia pun. Memang dia kat atas, I kat bawah. So I vibrate je. Risau juga kan, takut dia campak benda tu, dia rosak.
Yes. Kalau rosak menangis lah sebab at the moment apa yang Mark cakap, there is belum ada mechanism untuk return untuk Malaysia. They are working on it and maybe in 1 month's time baru ada mechanism. So the disaster that happened to my daughter is that her Healy suddenly died. So I dah contact Mark and Mark says, sorry, bear with me, have patience, we will get it done. Luckily I dapat my resonance yang complimentary tu, luckily I dapat. So actually we are back to square one lah. We have the same amount of Healys among us. But I told Hana tak rugi because you upgrade to resonance, even though your unit rosak, the program is yours for life. So sooner or later your Healy will get replaced. And you tak rugi pun because now you can use resonance. She's using one of my resonance lah. So I'm using the other resonance. And my daughter Aimi, she just upgraded hari ni lah. Okay. So actually itulah, kalau nak kata proof, the proof is that I and my family are spending so much money on our Healys. Okay. So kalau benda tu tak elok, takkanlah kita yang, I and my family is a very medical family kan. You tahu kan, I am medical doctor. My daughter Hana and Aimi are doctors. My son-in-law is a doctor. My niece is also a doctor and she also uses the Healy because my 2 sisters bought the Healy. And so on and so forth lah. So actually we swear by our Healys. And of course we are still cursing the company for being so bad in their customer service. But in spite of which we sayang our Healys. Okay. My son banyak complain. Dia kata Healy ni tak bagus lah, macam plastik lah, itulah ini, macam-macam dia cakap. So I say, fine, give me back the Healy. He said, no, I can't give it back. It's useful. So what to do? So maknanya dia kutuk pun at the same time he still loves his Healy. That's what happens to us lah with the Healy. So okay, the elf have
Ada soalan. Atira tanya, kalau pakai vibrate, kira semua kat surrounding tu akan dapat juga vibration ataupun is it specific for?
Actually, when you use the Healy on vibration mode with the resonance, you are actually sending it to that particular person sahaja, bukan orang lain. Okay, so you can test it. Sebab macam when I send the vibration to my patient, I tak rasa pun. But if I'm sending it to me, memang I rasa. But kalau you are doing microcurrent, actually memang microcurrent tu is not limited to you. Why? Because microcurrent, ingat kalau you hantar vibration, it is scalar energy, okay? Scalar energy. But when you're doing microcurrent, it is electricity. So the electromagnetic energy will have a radius. So maknanya siapa yang dekat masa you tengah use your microcurrent, dia akan juga dapat gelombang. Which is not a bad thing lah, insyaAllah. Because why macam children are not supposed to pakai the ni kan. So you can actually vibrate it to them, but they got to be near. So the difference, dia ada program dia kalau macam resonance, dia ada blue dot analyzer. We call it blue dot pasal dia punya analyzer is in blue. And then the program yang untuk the rest of the Healys is pink. So kalau resonance, dua-dua program ada. So and this one, my 2 sons pun kutuk kata apa benda ni, susah nak kena tutup satu, buka satu lagi. I pun find it inconvenient actually. So tak apa. Anyway, but when you are using pink dot program, there is electromagnetic energy. And you can see that kalau electromagnetic energy tu within 2 feet radius, clearly memang it will affect people around. Tapi it's not harmful. It's not harmful. All right. Okay, yes. Yes, Joyce. Silakan.
I have a relative who had a traumatic brain injury. So she opened her eyes, but she can't recognize anyone.
Okay.
So I'm actually now in Hong Kong, right?
Okay.
And I was thinking of doing a remote scan and remote, but I cannot ask her for consensus.
Okay.
According to Healy, right, the person must consent to be vibrated.
Okay.
So do you think it would work if she cannot give me consent?
Right. I'll tell you something. All right. So I actually do a lot of spiritual work as well, spiritual healing and all that. So when we cannot ask a person for their consent because they are not in a state to give us consent, you can ask their higher self for consent. So you can ask their higher self for consent and do it. Okay? So it's not an issue. So you can ask their higher self and you do it and it should work. Because when we are using it for children and for animals, we also cannot ask for consent. But we can still do it. And it does work. Because my daughter Hannah, she uses it on her 2 children. Of course, they can't give consent, right? So, but it works quite well. All right?
So which program do you think I should use to help her, you know, maybe, I don't know, but you know, maybe I'm hoping that she may recover, she may wake up.
Well, what you do is, you first of all, when you do resonance, you go to all programs. So you go to the 17 programs and then you vibrate and let the resonance choose the program. Then supposing the resonance goes to pain and psyche. Now you do it again and you scan pain and psyche, then you vibrate. You understand?
So trust in the scan result.
But since when you scan, it's only 17 programs, it doesn't go to materia medica, bug flower, or amino acid. I would also do bug flower, amino acid, bug flower, amino acid, and even the gem elixir and all that. So you rotate those. So once you scan to see which program, run the program, you can do 3 times. 1, you do the remedies, the bug flower or whatever. 2, you do all the scan and you zero in on the topmost. And maybe after that, if there are 2 which are very close together, evening you do another one for the second thing that comes up. You understand?
So you're suggesting that I do it 3 times a day?
Yes.
Okay. And how many minutes for the vibration?
All right. Usually what I usually do about 12 minutes. But if you have the time, I mean, you have the time, you're not going to use your resonance on other people, you can even do half an hour, no problem. 26 minutes. All right? Okay, any more questions? Is something going on in the chat? Okay, I see some. Okay. Ya, Nadine memang baik sangat-sangat. Kalau pakai vibrate, ni I dah jawab. Okay, nobody else is asking? I didn't invite anyone. Okay, tak apa. Oh, you didn't invite anyone. So all the others, I don't know who invited lah. Okay, tak apalah. Anyway, I'm going to, this thing is recorded, so you can actually send the link to any of your friends, okay, for them to tengok. And you can forward their questions to me. Okay, so nobody wrote anything else on the chat. So is there anybody who want to ask questions now? For those of you dah beli Healy tapi tak dapat lagi, we will have another webinar session about how to use the Healy and to discuss your issues with using the Healy, okay? So don't worry, kita akan support our team, okay? And those who are not on our team pun, you are welcome because webinar, I tak boleh nak sekat orang pun. You can come in to our webinar. We don't mind. Kita tak dapat, tak payah dapat duit pun, dapat pahala pun jadilah. InsyaAllah tu akhirat punya duit. our heavenly money. Okay? Alright. Kalau tak ada soalan lagi dah, Nadine, you want to say something? No, she doesn't want to say anything. She's tired. Alright. George? Long? You're good? All right, Asia?
Thank you.
Yeah. You have anything to say, Josh? Nothing? All right. Siapa ni? Cucu Tok Pah ni siapa ni? Cucu Tok Pah. Okay, kalau tak ada, kita call it a night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Doktor ada recorded session kan?
Ada. I've recorded it.
Oh, kalau I forward dekat prospect boleh kan?
Of course.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Doktor.
Assalamualaikum. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Okay, night. Night everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
I'm ending it for everyone. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye, Nanny.
Bye.